To everybody who's been liking the videos so far, we thank y'all. You guys liking the videos has kind of helped us start to grow the channel even more, so we appreciate it. To those who have not, please, we ask you, hit the like button before you even watch this video. It helps us grow the channel, helps people learn about us, and allows us to make more great content like this. So that's all we got. Thank you for helping us grow this channel. Hit the like button right now, and on with the show. My brand new book, The Social Media Cheat Code, is now pre-ordering on waitlist.net. Order your signed copy today. Thanks for your support. Super duty tough work. Top of the morning to you, Mr. Glass.
What up, sir? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, just trying to stay diligent and you know, plan out the future, man. You know,
I feel it.
we are over halfway done with this year. Where did it go?
Yeah. right.
I can't believe it. But I can believe it. It's like, damn, we really it's July.
It is.
Fucking crazy, man. Crazy. Like, but you know, it ain't like we've been sitting on our hands doing nothing. So
Right. We've been busy.
it's not like I'm complaining about the shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just damn.
Yeah.
Time flies. So you know, we here podcasting. For those of you who listen to us every week, y'all know the last 6 months, this year flying by, we have had goals. We have had challenges,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so our eyes have been on the prize this entire 2021. And so, you know, I just recently released a book. Illogic has a project he's got coming out shortly that details will be announced soon. I'm not going to talk about it much here till the cat is let out the bag, as they say.
Right.
You know, because I know about the cat.
I didn't see the cat. I seen it.
It's in the bag. Trust me. You know, when he decides to let it out, it'll be let out. And but you know, we just pushing forward. And so this week, I don't think this is going to be a long episode, but this is the much anticipated Health is Wealth Challenge results show. Many of you at home remember the episode. It was only 2 months back where we said, hey, man, it's time to get right. We not trying to be out here dad bodied out. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could be, you know, we can do better. What's going on, you know? And so this episode is the follow-up to that conversation, because in that conversation, we issued a challenge to ourselves and to our listeners. And the 3 parts of the challenge was, and you could pick one or all. Well, the first part was to pick a physical activity. Pick up something new. The second part you could do was to either pick something in your diet that's detrimental and cut it out, right? And then the third part was to get rid of one vice. In general, everybody got vices, you know what I mean? And they're not even necessarily related to diet or food, and try to cut that out for 60 days. And so we issued a challenge. We have some phone voice messages that we're going to play at the start of these segments so you all can hear the people who participated and how they did. We're going to share our results because it's important. And, this is in addition to all the stuff we got going on, which is, obviously creative stuff. People have family things going on, business, whatever. But, it's good to do these challenges every now and again.
Right. Keep us
to
on
see
our
what
toes.
we're capable of. Yeah, keep us on our toes, man. And so this is the official, Health is Wealth results show. And if you called and left a message, we appreciate you. If you participated but didn't leave a message, we appreciate you too. If you're a listener, hopefully this episode motivates you. And, we'll do more of these in the future. And so we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Word.
We got you stuck off the realness, the most infamous, you heard of us. Official podcast murderers, the show comes equipped with viewpoints to share. Grown man ideas for all those who care and want to grow, so go ahead and download. Every single week with a brand new episode. You're not alone in this world, cousin, so we share information and honest discussion and keep repping the culture like we supposed to. They spread gossip, but they never come close to. I can hear it inside their tone. They talk about the industry but never left their home. You get laced up with bullet points and such, plus empowering topics that they never would touch. You can put your whole network against the team, but Super Duty Tough Work's the MVP. Most valuable podcast on MP3. Priceless info, but all of it's free. So take these words home and think them through. Super Duty Tough Work is coming at you. You are now listening to Super Duty Tough Work with your host, Blueprint. Raw and uncut. Adult conversations. No shucking, no jiving, and no bullshit.
What is going on, Super Duty Tough Work? This is your man, Johnny Golian, reporting from 20XX, a.k.a. Channel 20XX. Jacking the system, coming to you from Charlotte, North Carolina, with my Health is Wealth update. Now, you gave us 60 days, and one of the things that I find most detrimental with me, other than trying to stick to the writing and make sure that everything that I do is consistent when talking about Charlotte and the music scene here, is stapling down a workout regimen. That is something that I have somewhat kind of gotten on. I'm at least going once a week, but out of the 60 days, as I kind of, food has always been a problem. So more or less, I've used this time to really check into what it is that I eat. And I've replaced my lunches every day with salads. I've started to cut back on fast food. And I can say that I never come to work without something green. I never have a day where I don't have something leafy in my diet. And I think that's a step in the right direction. Still working on the gym stuff, but work on eating habits and everything else I think will follow. But guys, keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for putting this out there and giving us something to strive for. And
we're back, folks.
I'll see you at episode 300.
Super Duty Tough Work. Most infamous podcast. Planet Earth. Blueprint. And Illogic. Every week. Doing a damn thing. Health is Wealth. Results show. So we're going to start out talking about the first part of the challenge, which was to pick one new physical activity. To adopt a new physical activity. You didn't have to choose a bunch. If you chose one, that was cool. We just wanted people to choose something that they could do. That they
get active.
Yeah, get active. Like something you felt you could keep up with. And so what was yours?
Well, I started going to the gym, started utilizing the gym membership I've been paying for the last couple of years.
It was going unutilized.
It was going underutilized, like heavily.
Man, money going down the drain over there. Ben had a gym membership.
Yeah, Ben had it, never, hardly ever used it.
That's great.
But Yeah, I started going to the gym about 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, that's great, man. So what kind of stuff are you doing? Are you doing mostly cardio lifting? You doing everything? What are you doing?
I was doing everything. I would start out with 30 minutes, either on the stationary bike or treadmill. And then I, alternate lifting weights, arms, legs. But I do 200 crunches every day as well.
Nice, man. And you was coming from hadn't worked out in a long time, right?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. And like definitely I've noticed a difference in my stamina in just just doing stuff, just cutting the grass, for example. Like I don't get out of breath anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy. Like cutting the grass. It can't kick your ass sometimes though. It can't.
Oh, cutting grass is an exercise within itself. Like on the app that we use, that's one of the exercises is cutting grass.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Mowing the lawn is one of the exercises. You can burn. It tells you how much calories you burn. Like cutting grass.
I got a heavy ass lawnmower, dude. It'd be whooping my ass.
Yeah, man.
I hate the lawnmower, but it's like. Yeah, that shit, especially if you cut it when it's like legit hot.
Yes.
I never
sweating like crazy.
Yeah, I had to realize like whenever I would like do yard work, I would not work out. I would write that on my notes, like did yard work this day. Because that shit would have you hurting.
Yeah, it's a workout. It's a workout within itself. Like on those days, like there was some days like I would go to the gym and come home and cut grass, and then like I'd take the next day off. You know what I'm saying?
That's me too. That's me. It's 100% me.
You're
not doing both these in one day, bro.
Nah. But it was and it's definitely I've definitely noticed changes. And
that's dope.
Lost some good weight too.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing, like I was saying, like anybody who follows Illogic on social media, y'all been seeing the stories he be posting live from the gym. He ain't posting no, like he's flexing on y'all like in the mirror, like look at me, I'm swole. He ain't posting them kind of pics.
Right.
Yet.
Not yet.
You know what I mean?
Not yet. It's coming though. It's coming.
Oh, you already know. If he get right, it's definitely coming. He hitting you with all the look at boy, that boy swole. Look at me. You get the swole pics live from the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, he been posting his progress. I never really posted mine because my gym is in the crib, so I felt it wasn't quite as interesting.
Yeah, that's funny.
I was like, I'm just going downstairs. This is not like I'm leaving the house. I don't think I really get any points for being at the gym. Not like this man. You get a little more credit when you actually have to leave your house.
Yeah, it's a little more effort involved.
Yeah. Like driving across town, like that's tough. Like I'm sitting here like, oh shit, it's hard enough to just go in some shit. I got to sit downstairs. That's hard enough.
Right. I gotta go in the basement. It's hard enough.
Yeah. Props to people who can actually like wake up early, deal with traffic, go work out, then come back home and do other shit because that takes some shit. So yeah, mine was the physical activity. When we started this, I had already started, and so I had just kind of developed a more regular routine of working out. I think right around March 1st was when I started working out. I went to Florida and I came back like, yo, I got to get right. You know what I mean? And so I started working out 4 or 5 days a week as well. I think as I mentioned on here, I don't know if I talked about it before, but I got a treadmill in my workout room. I got an exercise bike. I got a weight bench and I got a sit-up bench. And so for me, it was like, and I got some dumbbells. So it was more a matter of how do I create short little workouts using what I got that keep me interested in coming down here because, it's easy when you leave the house and go to the gym, they got mad different toys you can play with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of variation. So it's like, how do I use this? So I came up with like 2 or 3 different workouts. One of my workouts was, my first workout was, walk a mile on the treadmill, 100 reps on the bench, and then like 100 sit-ups. And then I had another one that was like 100 reps on the dumbbells, 100 sit-ups, and 5 miles on the bike. those were my main two. And then I had one that was like really light dumbbell work, push-ups and sit-ups. Sit-ups was in every one. And so each of those workouts probably would take me, the last one probably only took me 20 minutes to do. The other two probably took, 45 minutes to an hour. But as you said, like once you get into the routine, you be missing it if you don't do it.
Right.
So as I got into it and started seeing, like when I first started in March, I think I went 40 days without even missing a day. Just every day. And then as I got into, as we picked up this, I was already seeing results. So I kind of started not tripping on being in there every night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the new thing that I picked up. It was just a workout routine. And prior to this, I didn't really have a quote unquote workout room. I had my laundry room, which had all my stuff in there. And then, we switched, whereas we used to shoot the podcast in that room over there. And now that we do it via Zoom, I just changed that room into my workout room and put all the gear in there. So that was part of this too, just having somewhere where I can always go and work out no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what. You want to wake up at midnight and pump up, so you can do it. And so that was the physical thing that I took up. I don't know what those of you at home took up, but I don't expect people to have done what we done. You know what I'm saying? If you did, that's even dope. That's even better, right? Because sometimes it's just picking up one thing, before I was doing this, I was just trying to walk 2-3 days a week, that was it. I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. I was like, let me just get out of the house and walk for a couple miles, come back and get right. And so that was a whole different thing. But now it's just something different. So, that's part one, and so, shit, we probably could talk about our results here, or you want to wait to end? What do you want to talk? What do you want to do? What do you think?
We can wait till the end. We can listen to, listen to some messages and
that's what we'll do. Yeah, we ain't gonna let the cat out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Until the end, how we did. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Word. Got that?
My brand new book, The Social Media Cheat Code, is now pre-ordering on waitlist.net. Order your signed copy today. Thanks for your support.
What's up, Super Duty? This is Realize of Audible Intellect. Y'all probably get a few calls in from my brother, Buddy Wireless. That is my true blood brother right there. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I just wanted to call in and give my report on the Health is Wealth Challenge. It couldn't have come at a better time. I was, I've been trying to, work out a few times a week, and then, I started seeing progress, and then I heard about this challenge, and I was like, you know what, maybe that's a little goal I'm going to set. 60 days is a good goal. I didn't have a weight goal. I don't even have a scale, but I did kind of just start looking at myself in the mirror and being like, well, I'm starting to see a little bit of progress here after the first 30 days. Let's keep going. And then I ended up getting this book called The Artist's Way. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of that one. I'm not sure if it was even one of the ones you mentioned in the books that every artist should read, but a very, very good one. One of the exercises is to write 3 pages every morning. And I've been doing that this last week, and it's crazy how y'all episodes just come at the perfect time, because I started doing that, and then this whole last few episodes have been about writing, and it all just it was like divine timing. So as far as the health as wealth goes, I think the brain and the body are connected no matter what. So if you're showing up for your workout, then you're showing up for your writing. And when I work out and then I bust out those 3 pages in the morning, I show up. I'm able to think clearly. So it's very important. And I feel great. I'm down. That is my goal, is just to have more output mentally. And I think physically that helps, when you're working on your body and your mind at the same time. So once again, shout out to you guys. Every week I'm tuning in. I got the books pre-ordered. I did the 10 traits as well as the cheat code, and I'm getting myself.
We back, folks. Super Duty Tough Work, Blueprint, Illogic, doing the damn thing. Health is Wealth Results Show. Y'all hear the messages that we dropping on y'all. We appreciate y'all for participating in this challenge. And, we appreciate y'all for calling in, because, a lot of people, they'll participate, but it takes a little bit more, courage to share your results with everybody else and how you did. And no one is perfect. So we appreciate y'all. And so this next section, we want to just talk about like what we did diet wise, that we had to change, and cutting that out, because, part 1 was picking one physical activity. Part 2 was picking one thing on our diet that was detrimental and changing. And so, we've talked about this stuff off air, but what was yours?
I cut out fast food and soda, and just really watched my calorie intake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really started paying more attention to what I was eating and how many calories everything has. Like, just going out to eat is difficult when you trying to, when you're paying attention, it's like, damn, like even the salads have like 1,500 calories.
Yeah.
When you go out to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard. It's hard out here. So, but yeah, cutting out fast food was a big one for me, because that's really how I gained all the weight that I gained, because I was eating fast food a couple times a week, like over the pandemic, and it got really bad. But cutting that out, cutting out the sodas, cutting out a lot of juices, a lot of processed juices from stores, and things like that.
So how did you do that? Like we talked about, when you're having kids in the house, how did you navigate that with it?
Well, it was easier because, we just made sure they were stocked up with food here for them to cook, so they didn't have fast food either.
Okay. Dope.
And me and Taya we cooked food separate for us.
Okay.
So, it was like maybe 2 or 3 times a week we'd have salad for dinner, salads for dinner. And but we started, we also got us some smaller plates, because we also was thinking about our portion control. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times you make a huge plate of food and halfway through it, you're not hungry no more, but you're going to eat it because it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
Especially if it's good. Yeah, especially if it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to not finish it. You know what I mean? So we bought ourselves some smaller plates and, portioned out the food a little better and had smaller, and would eat and be satisfied, because we were still cooking real meals. You know what I'm saying? We were still making, chicken and stuff like that, but we were watching the portions that we were in, and that definitely helped everything out. And we weren't hungry. It's not like we were starving ourselves. Like, we eat and we'd be like, okay, I'm full. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could eat more, but I don't need to eat more. Like, it was getting over that hump, to where like I'm full. Now I could eat another, piece of chicken or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it was good and I want it, but I don't need it. Because I'm not hungry no more.
Yeah, that's dope.
So that was a big one.
Yeah, it's similar for me. Like the biggest thing for me in terms of diet was using an app to track my calories. Something I never done. Even at like even at my peak of working out, I never have tracked my calories or meals. And so I never knew. Like you're saying, it's really shocking the first day I got that app, I remember getting a bag of chips. And I was just like, yo, I can't wait to kill these. I'm like, I eat these chips almost every day. If I go run errands, we get the little tiny bag. Then a little tiny bag of Ruffles and shit.
170 calories.
the ones I had was 400.
400 calories.
Whoa, wait a minute, 400. And you know, with the chips, the bag only be half full anyway. You know,
right?
I'm like, yo, they really get me for 400 calories. I only got 1,500 calories for the whole day.
Right.
To eat. I'm like, yo, 400 bag of chips, and then you be right hungry after it. That was very eye opening for me, because that's when I really realized, okay, that's what they mean when they say empty calories. When they say empty calories, they just mean things that you eat that have a high calorie rate but don't really satisfy you nutritionally or make you less hungry. You still be hungry after you eat them, you know. And chips are good for that. And so I ain't really had no chips since I started, man. I miss chips, man. That was one of my biggest dietary things. But the app, what it also kind of caused me to do was to start meal planning. And so people who follow me on Instagram have seen me post in my stories the meal planning stuff I've been doing, and really simple stuff. I'm not really a cook like that. I make really simple meals, you know. And what I found was, like, the same effort it was taking me to make one salad, I could just make 4 of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, okay, well, you making one piece of fish, why don't you just make 4 or 5? And add another cup of rice to that thing. And then instead of get you some containers. So I just started getting containers. And then I started getting like, oh, this is cool. Once I started doing the meal planning, which the app kind of facilitated, I could see, okay, this meal right here, I'm getting broccoli and steamed this, and I'm getting rice, and I'm getting my favorite fish, and I'm getting this, but it's only 450 calories.
Right.
My
whole bag of chips.
Yeah. Wasn't no turning back then. I'm like, oh, hell no. This is how I ended up with the fucking gut. You know, I'm sitting here eating, one bag of chips, and my dinner is now, which used to be, my dinners used to be way bigger, like you're saying, portion size, because I was using the whole plate. When I start using the meal planning containers, smaller portions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then my meal size started going down from like 800 to 1,500 to 400, 500. All of a sudden, I'm in a caloric deficit every day. You know what I'm saying? From that point forward, the weight just started dropping. But the app was the biggest thing for me in terms of diet that I did. Like you said, still eat all the same foods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no foods I introduced during this that I wasn't eating before. I always drank nothing but water. I always, you know what I'm saying? I never was crazy on the heavy meats. You know what I mean? I eat a lot of fish, you know what I mean? Some chicken, a lot of grains and steamed vegetables and things of that nature. So I already was on the right track. But even I was doing too much, because if I'm cooking just one meal, I'm cooking a lot. And you don't want the whole leftover thing. You got to kill it. You putting that all down the same day. And I'm like, now it's like, I don't feel that pressure no more, because it's like, oh, I can just make 2 or 3 of these, put it in the refrigerator, and I can eat this meal multiple times per week.
Yeah.
Sundays, I started just like taking Sunday nights and just like preparing my meals for the week. And I wouldn't do all of them, but if I just did 2, so I might make, you know, I have all my salad stuff. I make like 5 salads, you know, and then I'd make like, 4 meals with like fish in them. Then I do another 4 with chicken in them. Simple stuff, but the fact that I was planning it out, the salad was only 200 calories. You know what I'm saying? Each of those meals was only 400. That's 3 meals a day right there, and I'm only at 1,000 calories. I can eat all the fruit and snack and have whatever I want to during the day, because my main meals are so small. But the meal planning and the app were the biggest things for me. That had a huge impact, like night and day.
Yeah. The app really helped me a lot. Like, that's where I started paying more attention to the calories. And something else that this made me do is pay attention to what I was snacking on. And I tried different snacks. Like, one thing that I had was, you ever have veggie straws? They're like kind of like chips, but they're straws, and they're really good. Sounds actually. Dope. And you can have like 40 of them in a serving and it's only like 100 calories.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was finding, you know what I mean? So I was finding little shit like that
Yeah.
that I could still snack on that was still good and satisfying, but the calories weren't completely empty and it wasn't high calorie intake, you know, with that kind of stuff. So, you know, and I started eating more fruit and I did, you know, change some things to my diet. I started eating a little more salmon, a little more fish in the diet, shrimp, you know, like just stuff that was tasty, but the calorie intake wasn't as high.
That's dope. Yeah, same thing here, man. Yeah, the awareness of how crazy snacks hit you is some other shit. Because, you know, the way we use snacks, it just seems harmless. So let me just get this quick candy bar real quick.
Yeah.
Bag of chips. Let me get this.
Candy bar is like 200 calories, man, per.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like little ass like candy bar. Like 200 some calories. And then all the sugar that's in them. Oh man. Like I start paying attention to all that. I'm like, yo, I've been killing myself all these years, man.
Didn't even know.
Not even paying attention.
Yeah, man. That was, you know, I think in the years past, I never wanted to count calories because I thought that you had to actually like know what was in the food to use the apps. And then I found out like, yo, the apps basically have every food in them.
Right.
All you got to do is type the food's name in and it'll tell you what it got in it. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, so I ain't got to know how many carbs I'm eating or how many, but I'll know at the end of every day because this app will tell me what's the protein, what's the carbs, what's the sugar, what's the, you know what I mean? Which is dope. So that shit was like a game changer for me, man. And it's like, I know now after going through it, like, okay, now I can map out how I can lose weight in the future. Right? Because, you know, when you lose weight, we've all been at certain weights or lost weights, and that shit just was happenstance.
Right.
It wasn't nothing deliberate we was really, really doing. We might have been not sleeping. We might have been just working 80 hours, too busy to eat.
Yeah.
In shape accidentally. You know what I mean?
Right. That's how it was when we was touring. When we was touring, I was in shape accidentally because we was on tour.
Right. We couldn't eat
3-4 months out of the year.
Too busy.
Carrying equipment around, merch boxes, fucking turntables, you know, like accidentally in shape.
Yeah, drinking, it suppresses your appetite, empty calories. Yeah, it's like we was doing all the shit to accidentally be skinny. You know what I mean? And now we trying to purposely be, you know what I mean, in shape. So it's like, but yeah, now I feel like I know how to eat to actually do it anytime that I want to get the weight down, you know what I mean, due to the apps. So that's part 2. Okay, we'll be back for the last part, and we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Yo, I've been talking about it a while, but it's finally here. My new book, The Social Media Cheat Code. If you're an artist, creative, or entrepreneur, this book is for you. I've been a full-time artist for almost 20 years, and the majority of that time has been spent online building my following. I've learned a lot of lessons, and all of those lessons are in this book. What days and times are best to post? What elements make a post work or fail? How to organically get more engagement? How to use current events to grow your following? How to automate your posts? How to repurpose your content? How to sell more products? And much, much more. No complicated jargon, no fluff, just common sense techniques that you can use and apply immediately. If you're tired of guessing and ready to step up your social media game, head on over to weightless.net right now and order your signed copy today. Peace.
What's up, super duty, tough work? This is Mark from New Jersey, and I'm calling to share my Health is Wealth Challenge progress. The first thing I did was I added working out. I had to work out 3 times a week. Every time I work out, I have to lift weights. If it weren't for the Health is Wealth Challenge, I wouldn't have gotten back to lifting weights because I really hate working out. And since it was the Health is Wealth Challenge, I was like, well, I made these rules. I have to do it. I have to lift weights every time. That's one. Number 2, the vice that I got rid of was naps. I was taking naps during lunch break, and I was taking a nap when I got home from work, and I was getting horrible sleep for a long time. So it took discipline. The first 2 weeks of the Health is Wealth Challenge, I was so tired when I chose to walk instead of take a nap during lunch break. But it paid off, and after 2 weeks, got in the swing of things. So yeah, this Health is Wealth Challenge was much needed, and gotta keep going now. So yeah, thanks so much, Super Duty Tough Work.
All right, folks, we back. Super Duty Tough Work. Health
What
is
up?
Wealth Challenge Results Show. Let's go. If you at home, hopefully you celebrating some of these victories with us. We just out here trying to plug away, just trying to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got one part left. And in this last part, we're going to talk about our vice, and then we're going to give our results of the challenge. And so my vice for this one was going to bed on time. What I realized is, like, even if, you eating right, you working out, you stay up too late, you're going to be eating all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more I stay up off schedule, now I'm cracking the fridge open at 3 a.m. Like, maybe I should just eat dinner again. Real fat boy habits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I ain't gonna do these fat boy habits, man. So the working out, what it allowed me to do was to get rid of the stay up till 4 a.m. every night vice, which some people, oh yeah, it's cool if you can stay up 4 a.m. and you working, and it's not like I'm up there doing nothing. But when I work out, it's like, nah, I'm working out. I tend to work out a little later, so I work out between like 8 and 10 p.m. and then I'll be done, get showered, get cleaned up, and then basically like 11 to midnight, I'm just kind of winding down. And another thing it kind of stopped me from doing was the working out stopped me from just sitting and watching sports. Right. So I would basically, I got like a computer in my workout room. So anytime I felt like watching the game, 8 o'clock, 8:30 is coming on. And in the past, I would just watch the game and maybe multitask, work on something else at the desk. It's like, nah, go work out while this game is on. So I'm watching the game and I'm, lifting. It just made me feel so much more productive about that time and not guilty about watching sports like that. And so I was going to sleep earlier and I'm not watching as many sports, just sitting, which is bad for you anyway. So those are my devices. What were yours?
I stopped drinking liquor.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, man, like I think other than my wife's party, which was last weekend, like before that, I hadn't had a drop of like hard liquor in the last 2 months.
Dang.
Like I would drink wine here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some red wine, but yeah, I haven't. Yeah. And I don't know if I'm gonna go back, man. Like,
oh shit.
Cause that night at my wife's party, like I got kind of tore up. It was a celebration. You know what I'm saying? But I did not miss the drunk feeling.
Yeah, welcome to the club, my brother. Welcome to the club.
I did not miss that feeling of being drunk, man. Like it was so disorienting and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not being in control like that. I wasn't feeling it, so I might have a drink here and there, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really cutting back on the liquor really heavy. But yeah, that was my vice that I gave up, and it definitely helped because when you drunk, you don't care what you eat. You know what I'm saying? You just need something. Yeah, and it's mainly carbs because you need some bread or something to absorb the alcohol in your stomach so you don't feel nauseous. Yeah. And so it's usually bad, horrible food, and you usually eating late at night because I didn't day drink like that. But that definitely helped out a lot. And I cut down smoking Black and Milds too.
Okay, that's good.
I cut that down.
Yeah, that's advice. You can do without the Black and Milds, period. That's
I know.
That's a tough one. But I mean, you working out, so all of this is what people don't talk about is that as you start to work out and as you start to change your diet, your body actually becomes more sensitive to things like that.
Yep.
When you're drinking a lot, when I used to drink a lot, my body drinking, it felt no different to me. My body was kind of numb to how strong alcohol is, the impact it has. And I would imagine the same thing with people who smoke. Like the more regularly you do it, the more kind of numb you become.
Right.
But when you start to eat right, you start to work out more, your body starts to kind of build up. It gets more sensitive. It can actually sense these things more. Like, hey, this alcohol, this is a foreign substance, man.
Yeah, and the stuff doesn't taste. The taste changes. Like even like once I started eating right and working out and stuff, like even smoking a black didn't taste the same. Like it was weird, So because like right now I smoke one a day if I smoke one at all.
Yeah.
Like it would taste different, and even like the alcohol when I went back and had some, like I had to have a couple drinks before it started to taste normal. You know what I mean?
That's real. It's real, man. That's dope though. That's dope. Yeah. Yeah. The health part of it. And I talked about it before. That was one of the big reasons I initially didn't go back to drinking was because how my body started to respond for the better. And it was like, yo, wait a minute. And then, like I said, a couple weeks in, I took a sip and I was like, yo, this is foreign now.
Right.
This is weird now. Before this was just the daily. It was nothing. Like, this is what we do. It was like, nah, your body is like, nah, that's not really it. Cause you somewhere else, which is dope, cause your body will tell you. And as you get more in shape, your body will start communicating with you what you need to be doing and how to better take care of it.
Yeah.
So results time, man. You want to go first? Well,
man.
How'd you do?
I lost 18 pounds.
My man. You started at what weight?
231.
231. My man.
Yeah, man. 231. Yeah. So I'm down almost to 210. I'm getting close.
My man. Yeah. How do you feel?
I feel awesome, man. I feel fucking great. I don't, even in the fact that people are noticing, you know what I'm saying? Like I would,
that's it right there.
Yeah, that's when you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was at Taya's party, a couple people were like, yo, you been working out? I'm like, yeah, sure have.
Yeah.
Because the belly is down, you know what I'm saying? Like the belly ain't protruding like it was. It ain't completely gone, but you can definitely tell a difference from a couple months ago.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah,
plus
man.
the,
So almost 20 pounds, man.
Yeah. 20 pounds is noticeable.
Yes, exactly.
Noticeable.
Yeah.
People just be like, yo, something look different about you, man. What's going on? You're like, I'm just getting right. You know what I mean?
Just doing some things.
Just getting right and tight. You know what I'm saying?
Face thinner. You know what I mean? Like,
cheeks all, you get a little tighter. Look handsome again. Look at him without the puppy face.
Yeah,
that's tight. Yeah, I mean, I had similar. So I started like 173, 172. I my goal was 155. I hit 155. I actually hit 154 and some change, and I was headed to 153, and I had to chill. Like, all right, let me just chill and start eating normally, because I'm gonna be 145 in this bitch, right below where I was trying to go. I don't want to get to no unsafe weights where it's too easy to get scoop slammed out here in these streets. I ain't trying to
get caught slipping.
Yeah. 135 not safe as a grown man. You know what I mean? Like, you too easy to scoop slam. Like, anybody can get you off the ground, take you for a ride. I was like, nah, man, let me chill out. Right around 155, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cut. I'll stay right here, 155 and cut, before I make my way down to 135, 40, So yeah, I hit about, I think it's about 18.8 pounds was my biggest loss. And, I've stabilized. I've kind of chilled on my working out for the last 3-4 weeks, because it's like I hit my goal and I've just been in maintenance weight. I don't eat nothing crazy. So I've just stayed right there, 155, 156, which was my goal all along. And like you said, man, you start looking better, people be noticing it. You look in the mirror, you start to feel better.
Yeah.
We ain't losing no 50 pounds, but 20 pounds is significant, man.
It is.
For 2 months. And, you think about like we could keep this up and then, go into the next phase. So like to me, it's like, okay, now I'm down to my weight. What do I want to do now? Now I can start lifting weights a little bit more heavily, ease up on some of the cardio. You know what I mean?
Put on some muscle.
And then I'll know that it'll be looking right. I ain't got to deal with no fucking pot belly. You know what I mean? I don't want to be big armed and with a pot belly. I want to be lean if I get swole. You know what I'm saying? I need to be lean over here. Right. And so, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I was so tempted to write my results on Twitter and other shit. Like, yo, I hit my goal, but I was like,
save it for the show.
So to everybody who participated, man, we hope that y'all participated and keep it going. Keep it going. To everybody who did not participate, I hope that y'all found this episode inspiring. We're just two regular dudes. Illogic's family man. He got shit to do, to where we've talked about before, like ain't nobody giving him time to work out. And he did great. You look at 2 months, we averaged probably around 10 pounds per month. That's only 2 to 2.5 pounds per week we lost on average, which is pretty damn good.
Especially for our age and
you
know what I'm saying? Like you get older, that metabolism slow down.
Come on.
Come on. It gets a lot harder it ain't easy. And I still got, like my ultimate goal is about 190. Yeah. So I still got, about another 20 to go. But I mean, if I continue doing what I'm doing, I don't see not being there by Christmas.
Hell,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. So if you at home and you thinking about doing it, just do it. As you saw, we didn't do nothing crazy. We just adopted something and just tried to stick with it for 2 months. Don't take on something that you can't do. Like, look, man, I'm just going to walk. I'm just going to lift. I'm just going to do whatever that I feel comfortable doing. Bite off a small piece and just do that regularly. And then eventually you'll start to get a little more comfortable and you can add pieces to it, add things to it like we've done. And then maybe have similar results. Shit, probably have more results, man, because, I could keep going and I probably will pick it up again soon and just get on my get cut shit. Because now that I'm leaner, like, okay, now I can really, really just start banging on the weights heavier and get my Dr. Dre on. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, you know what I mean?
Swole up.
Yeah, hell yeah. My voice changed and everything. What happened to Frank? He look like Dr. Dre right now. Like, you know what I mean? That's about to be me. Hell that's funny. What's up, y'all?
Wow.
But that's it this week, man. I hope y'all got something out of this, man. I hope y'all are inspired, to everybody who has jumped aboard during our writing thing we've been doing the last month. I hope y'all are still writing. It's still nice outside. It's summer. So just because we've ended this challenge don't mean that you can't do it. Create your own challenge, simple rules, and get right, man, and hit us with your results at any point, man. Who's to say that we ain't gonna play them on the air? And so we thank y'all, appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next week.
Word. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Super Duty Tough Work. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Follow the podcast on SoundCloud. Peace.
Shoot, I got styles already that's more complex that nobody know about. I mean, super duty tough work, huh?